Scotty Lago. I'm 19 years old and I'm a pro shredder. Japan's an awesome place to visit. I love Japan. My third season going there, and the people there are just so nice. Love the food. It's just such a different spot. You always see something that's just crazy and weird and unique. Pretty much my job there for camp instructor is we have like 3 days of camp. People came there, paid money to pretty much learn how to snowboard. I just watched all the campers ride. I ride with the campers, having fun, just cruising. And if they want to learn a trick, they'll approach me, ask me what I think. It's a role that I don't often get to play. I'm usually just riding and doing my own thing, But it was pretty cool to go out and teach kids. Well, we went with the whole flow team. It was me, Antti Auti, Risto Mattila, Huggy Bear, the photographer. We're all best of friends, we've all known each other for a while and we all get along great. Every year I look forward to that trip, Every year it's in February, where it's usually good powder, So I was definitely looking forward to that trip. Sleet, rain, wind, all that. Riding pipe that day was pretty much impossible. Camp day one, really, couldn't do anything. Couldn't really teach anyone or anything. We met up with all the campers, and all the campers had like bibs because we didn't know them by name, and we couldn't even, pronounce their names, so we needed to tell them by number.
Thank you all for coming. We've once again been blessed with great weather. Yes, joke, haha, funny.
Team manager introduced us and said, what we've done this year and stuff.
U.S. snowboard team member, Scotty Lago.
I was definitely hoping for good weather, that's for sure, but didn't get it. I guess I feel a little pressure, to stay positive. I'm definitely not going to be negative, that's for sure, not in front of the campers. Even bad weather's not going to get me down, so we'll find other stuff to do, and I'm perfectly content with drinking free coffee in the lodge anyways. I tried. We just made the best of it. So we found this box and we were all just kind of trying different stuff, and the campers were trying different stuff. But it was a fun little session. Everyone just kind of followed us over there. It wasn't part of the program, you know what I mean? But we just kind of, made it happen, and the campers were stoked on it either way. Kind of at this point, I'm kind of getting sick of the bad weather. I'm just itching to ride, so we're just trying to milk it with all the rails and whatnot. We went around the whole town, and we found some stuff. We found tree jibs and stuff in the woods. We're just trying to get something, on film, something for the photos and stuff. Rainbow rail, it was pretty fun. It was super mellow, not really any consequence, but it was kind of unique because it was a rainbow rail, you don't really see those except out of the park. It was kind of a balancing act, and it was relatively simple rail, but it was kind of hard to get. I'll go up for 5-0 or something, and I land, I went to go turn, and just slipped out on a sewer cap and hit my tailbone, my butt, and that hurt so bad. I was in pain. I was nervous there. I was like, okay, Japan trip's over, you know, I'm gonna be out for a while, you know, I think I just broke my tailbone.
You alright?
It definitely got me thinking, you know, that I thought I was out for a little bit. I wake up and it's Bluebird. Finally. Been waiting a long time for this. The pipe's looking really nice. The campers are stoked to ride. All the riders are stoked to ride. I'm ready to ride. Butt's still a little sore. I'm hoping I really don't fall on it, but I'm real stoked to ride. In order to teach the campers, a lot of them didn't speak English. Actually, almost all of them didn't speak any English. So what we had translators. I'll be like saying with one thing, you know, I'll be like, all right, you need to do this frontside 5 a little bit bigger. Like everyone who rides half pipe has a and it'll go on for about, you know, like a minute talking. I'll be like, wait a minute, is that what I said? You know, is that really what he's saying? It was crazy, but the language barrier there is so hard, and it's so hard to communicate that it made it a little difficult.
And tell her I think she is very cute.
Yeah, the best part about it is that they were super stoked on learning, you know, and they listen, you know, you can tell that they're actually listening because you can see it in their riding. It's definitely, you know, a good feeling, you know. Technically, this is the last day of camping, so we should be doing a lot of teaching, but we were just all so stoked to ride, you know, it's a good day, and it was a little hard for us to teach. Risto really impressed me that day. I haven't seen him ride like that. Frontside 10s, frontside 9s. He was just like riding good, you know, impressed me that day for sure. But Auntie as well, you know, just doing every trick in the book, super sick and stomp. I've already like gotten quite a few shots, you know, because it's Bluebird out, it's a good pipe, you know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm stoked I got, and you know, at least something, you know what I mean? It's a good feeling, you know. But it was a good day, man, real good day. I think I was doing like an air to fakie and I slipped out on my hillside edge and hit my butt again, and it hurt so bad. Totally like, you know, air to fakie, simple trick, bummed. When I hit it that time, just took me out, so I couldn't ride for the rest of the day. And I wanted to at least show the campers, you know what I mean, some riding and stuff, you know, and I wanted to get shots, but I just couldn't get it done, you know, because I hurt myself. But and I figured I broke my tailbone at that point, you know, and so that's kind of what I figured. So I figured I'd be out for a while now. That's what really bummed me out.
Go bus day. Where do I put it here? 12.
I had to go check out on my butt, see if I broke it or not, because I thought for sure that I did. It's always a bad feeling, you know, going in, kind of just waiting for the x-rays to come up. Went in there with one of the flow reps, and he's trying to talk to the doctor, and I'm trying to tell the guy what's wrong with me, and he's telling the doctor, and it's just so many, like, different things going on, you know, and I wish I could just, like, speak to the guy and be like, okay, look, here's what's wrong, you know, how did I do this, you know? What's wrong with me? If I broke it, I knew what it, like how long the healing process was gonna be, and I knew it wasn't gonna be super serious. I knew it was gonna put me down for a while, but I knew it wasn't anything like serious that could end anything for me.
分かったか。
はまた説明あるので。
No, the doctor thought I was bruised. He gave me some ice patches and whatnot, and I got an X-ray.
Dog shot.
But it was a relief when I found out that I didn't break it. And it was just like severely bruised. I came out clean bill of health, just with an ice pack on my butt, and it was kind of like a sweet girl that had it tightened around, and I used it. It's sweet. I'm always excited, like, in one spot for too long, I'm always stoked to move. We were done riding in that spot, so I was stoked to go to Tokyo and do a little partying. Final night in Tokyo, we usually, a shop who, reps Flow, throws us the big party. So before the party, we go to the shop and we sign autographs. They make us custom liners and whatnot. We hang out with the shop and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely one of the obligations, but I don't mind it. I could care less.
Hell yeah.
I'm stoked to do whatever. All right, we're all finished. We're good. We were signing some autographs in the shop, and a bunch of girls came up to see us. They're all kind of flirting with us and stuff. It's kind of funny. Usually, we're the ones hitting on girls, but these girls were hitting on us. It was cool. One of these girls were just so excited to meet us. She was like, literally, you look over and she was just shaking. Like her hands are just shaking, crazy. And I think I saw her like, shed a tear. That's like pop star status, it's weird. Only in Japan. It was a good way to end the trip. Overall, like, the people were awesome. The experience and the time that I had was awesome. Love the food, love the people, and I had like a great time with all my friends, and I usually always do, so it was great. I went to Tamarack, Idaho for the US Grand Prix. The whole resort was like super excited to have us there, so that was definitely a boost on the confidence that everyone was stoked that we're there. I thought I was gonna do fairly well. Because the competition level wasn't that hard. A lot of other riders were at the Nippon Open at that time, so I thought it was a pretty easy contest. It was a big pipe, it was a 22-footer, and I do pretty well on that. And the pipe looked good when I first showed up. Definitely took advantage of the practice day. I was working on my frontside 9 nose grab, just kind of getting that on lock. Being the hardest trick in my run, it's definitely the most important because A, it's gonna be the biggest, hopefully I'm gonna go the biggest on it. And, not too many people do the 9s like the way I do it, so I gotta stomp it for sure. If I'm not having that, trick in the bag, then, I'm not gonna do too well. I've always been nervous about competing. Don't know why, just something mental in my head. Just, nothing I can do about it. I've always had butterflies no matter what the contest. You get 2 runs, best run counts, so if you fall on your first run, you get another one to land it. 2 runs, good luck. there's no point in me trying to think of the run, you know, because I already know how to do it. I've done it 100 times before, you know, so it's just like, at that point, it's just a mental game. It's just about like landing a run, you know. I know I can do it. Just do it. Just go out and do it. That's what I just think. You know, just do it. Frontside air, backside 540, frontside sev, cab sev, and then went for the frontside 9 nose grab. I slipped out. I was coming to land and I just like landed and then just wasn't quite, you know, in the pipe enough and just slipped out. It's just so frustrating for me, you know, just like, I can't believe it, you know, I was just so pissed. I was just like, you know, killing myself. That's what they call like a throwout run. If you fall once, you know, you're done. So I know at that point, I know I have one more run to go, so I better stick it. Frustrating, but you know, it's still one more run, you know, I know I can do it. I'm like, I don't know what happened there, but you know, it's not gonna happen again. You know, I try to stay real confident, you know, at the top. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go and do it, you know, like I've done in practice 100 times.
This is city of sickness, seems to be my greatest brother, forced to stick with this, whether it's a sickness or in health, the sickness, I can't help but choose to be in tune. So I wish me and this sickness could be mutually amused with each other.
Shasheen was killing it in finals. He's always a real consistent rider, and he's been doing it for a while, so he's got it on lock. Michael Goldschmidt, one of my buddies, he was riding really well as well. I remember that. The pressure's on now, you know, and whether I try to block it out or not, I can't. I knew, and everyone else knew, you know, that if I landed it, that I'd win the contest. So that's all I knew, and I knew I could do it, so I was just gonna hopefully go up and just land it. Up in, do the same run, front sit air, back 5, front sev, cab sev. I go for the front side 9 nose. And I do the exact same thing I did last run. 30 more degrees of rotation, and I would have landed it, but I landed and I slipped out the exact same way I did, the same spot and everything. And I was so mad. It was just so frustrating, you know, because I just done it 100 times, and everyone else seen me do 100 times, but like it's just like, you know, I wanted to do well. All I'm thinking about is just how mad I am, you know, because it's just like, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. Nothing you can do except try not to get mad. I think I'm just gonna, you know, just whatever, just roll with it. I mean, I'm gonna ride my best no matter what, you know, I'm gonna practice. I'm not specifically gonna just practice and pipe, because that's just not my style, you know. But I'm just gonna roll with the punches, you know. I'm just gonna keep on riding and progress as a rider. Ride with my buddies, have a good time, and if it happens, you know, if I ride in a contest and I do well, you know, I'm stoked. But if not, whatever.
I gotta shake it too.
It's never about beating the next guy. It's about like, you know, doing well for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, you want to go out and you don't want to land your run for yourself. You know what I mean? That's why it's like, snowboarding is not like, you know, any other sport. You know, like we're all stoked on each other. You know.
Gotta shake it with me.
It's always great to snowboard for fun after kind of like a bummer contest, you know. So it's always great to just go out and ride for yourself. You know, that's when I learn the most, you know, when I'm just out having fun, ride with my friends and just kind of goofing around. That's when I learn tricks. stoked on what I've done in the sport, you know, and you know where I am right now. But I'm definitely not gonna sit here and, you know, be content with it, you know, because I can see myself going so much farther, and I'm not gonna stop until I reach the peak.
Shake, 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 shake it. Gotta shake it.
I said like almost exactly what you said, but like I chose the word.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice and
Chose
quiet,
the word.
and
That's a sketchy thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
nice and quiet and cute. That's
Yep,
like
yep.
your personality.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice.
And
Personality.
yeah, she said like she wanted to you to watch the snowboard, you know,
And not
rather
her?
than yeah.
Indeed, she's right. I was looking at her butt. I wasn't even looking at her butt. That's 7.